Okay, one is on. Now we just got to hit the Instagram and we'll be good to go. What's up, everybody?
All right.
We are waiting on Instagram to do its thing.
Hey, y'all.
What's up?
There we go.
Excited, man.
And we have to remember to turn those off.
Oh, yeah. We've been doing good the last couple weeks, though.
But I have to keep saying it or I will forget. What's up, everybody? Wednesday.
What's up?
We got another special guest for y'all. I'm excited, super excited he's here, Isaiah. Listen, we've been supposed to meet up for like, I don't know.
I know.
3 or 4 months probably at least.
But
And we can never,
busy people, so I understand.
Yeah.
we can never get together. So listen, he was on the live last week and I messaged him, I'm like, I need you to come here. When can you come here? He's like, next week is great. Perfect. So I'm glad he's here. Thank you for coming. I
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Glad to be here. Excited about it.
So-
for our guests every week.
An applause. We need a little applause. So one of his things he likes are chocolate chip cookies. But we've done chocolate chip cookies a couple times, so I'm gonna switch it up a little bit.
I know I said no more chocolate for this month or next month, but there's an exception.
There's an exception today. After today,
Cut it off.
we may have a little break. I love chocolate though. We're gonna have a little break, but it's summertime. We gotta do like some fruit, some peaches, some strawberries, some different things. Some peach. We were just talking about peach cobbler. I gotta do some. I don't need to eat it.
Banana pudding.
Banana pudding. The real one.
Yeah.
The real one, not the instant.
Yeah.
We're gonna make the real one. But no, we're gonna do a version of chocolate chip cookies. So I'm doing the base, and then we're gonna have 2 different variations. So we're gonna do a s'mores cookie. So chocolate chunks, mini marshmallows, and graham crackers mixed in the dough. But then the other one, I'm gonna do a graham cracker on the bottom. Stuff it with chocolate and mini marshmallows, and then another piece of dough on top. Bake that on the graham cracker. So it'd be kind of like a s'mores, like a real life s'mores with the graham cracker on the bottom.
Seafood, candy, chocolate.
And I tried these out, y'all, for you before you got here because I had to bake some today, and they're pretty good.
When Shane said when we were making, I was like, I'm dreaming about this at work right now. I really am.
She did say that.
So I was expecting the chocolate chip cookie. But when I came to the
Upgrade.
s'more, I was like, you know what?
You know?
Just a little upgrade.
Extra.
Let's go.
That's my
Let's
thing.
go.
With cookies, brownies, things like that. Like the more stuff you can throw in it, the better I like it.
Yeah.
Like all the things mixed in it, I really like it. And listen, if you guys are here, tell us you're here. Say where you're at.
Our biggest supporter. Hello.
My mom is here, of course,
Hey,
right on time.
How's it
I
going?
appreciate it. But no, so I want him to listen. This guy does everything in the world, like everything. So motivational speaking, he's got to listen, y'all. He brought me an energy drink.
Y'all see Shane on here like,
Those that really know me know that I do not need even one.
but you know what,
teaspoon of
Shane?
caffeine.
Energy drink could equal like 18 reels made in one day.
These people are already sick of me.
Y'all see Shane post 20 reels, just know he had energy.
In one day, it's like
Extreme focus.
it's his fault.
It's
If
my
I'm
fault.
getting on y'all's
That's okay.
nerves, blame this guy.
I helped to unload Shane.
Yeah.
There's too much in here for that. No, but I want you to tell everybody what you do, what you're about, what you got going on. I know he's got an event coming up soon. So yeah, I'm excited for you guys to hear him. We're gonna do our thing. Jada's gonna do the flour, soda, and salt for us. That's her thing. I think you need these. I don't really remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna get to it.
All right. Well, I'm going to jump in. Everybody, my name is Isaiah Rucker Jr. I am the founder, CEO of Unloaded, where we unload, unpack, unlock, and unveil every attribute and ability that you already possess for success. So we're so excited about our events that's coming up, but a little bit of background behind the word unloaded. I started to do a lot of personal development around 2.5 years ago. And I sat down, I went through this training course, and in about 60 days, I started to unload some crazy things. I became a published author. I became a motivational speaker. I landed my business. I became a real estate agent, notary public. The list just kept going on.
I told y'all.
And I was like, if I can do it, then someone else can too. And so I came up with Unloaded to help others to do the same thing. So I went into personal and professional development, and they kind of integrate whenever you're working with large groups, personal and professional development. But what we try to do is just create and cultivate environments where professionals can get together, network, they can grow, they can collaborate, and then maybe even find their next client or their next customer. So we just established our nonprofit organization called Big Impact Alliance, and that is all about the focus on leadership development. So if you know any leaders, whether it's family, community, executive leadership for businesses and organizations, we do it on the large scale, and we really want to help individuals get to that next level. So just like Shane said, I do have an energy drink. That energy drink came and it spawned from my brother. I asked my brother, I was like, hey man, what does my brand mean to you? He said, it's everything. And I found myself at a 7-Eleven. A 7-Eleven. And y'all know some crazy stuff take place at a 7-Eleven.
Always.
After this conversation with my brother, this lady walks up and she said, and I was buying a Red Bull at the time, by the way. And this lady walks up and she says, hey, have you ever thought about making your own energy drink?
Just randomly came up to you.
Randomly. I literally got out my truck. I put the gas in my truck, went and got the Red Bull, and this lady walks up. And I'm like, man, this got to be a joke.
Right.
And so I called her. Information was real. I was kind of skeptical because the company was in California. And I continued the process and wow.
So the lady was in charge of creating energy drink.
Yeah, no, she wasn't in charge of it.
Oh, no.
She just she was like a liaison. Like she
Okay.
was maybe a sales rep. She didn't even take the transaction. Like she connected me with someone else, and I was like, man, this was just
that's God's
meant for me to
for sure.
Yeah. So the energy drink is pretty phenomenal. It's all natural energy drink. We have stacked B vitamins in there: B12, B6, B3, B5. We have
all the B's.
Yeah,
every B.
We got all of them. And then we also have
no B left behind.
What is that? The green tea extract and L-thionine for mental focus. So it's big on weight loss, and then individuals who may just have to work a long time and want that focus.
Yeah.
And you do like with sports people too, right?
Yeah. So my brother, like I aspired to be a cowboy. I don't know if y'all cowboy fans or not.
Absolutely.
But I aspired to be a cowboy.
I'll entertain it. I am sure.
So back in 2007, I'm training for the combine.
Okay.
I drive down from Houston, Texas, where me and my brother were training, and I come here to Dallas for the camp. And first of all, I get a ticket because I was speeding.
Oh.
But I made it to the camp one time, and I performed fairly well, but I didn't make the team.
Okay.
Well, on the other hand, my brother ended up going to the NFL, playing for the Seattle Seahawks. I lived vicariously through him.
So you were trying out for the team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and 2 weeks before that tryout, I had tweaked my hamstring, so I was like really reserved with my activity. But it was about maybe 300 to 400 people there.
Wow.
And we went through these different drills, and man, I'm telling you, they were strict. I'm talking about if you messed up on a drill, they sent you home. Like I mean, we was getting wore out doing all these drills.
Yeah.
And I'm on a line with 4 guys running these drills, and I do it different from everybody else. And I'm like, oh man, I got it wrong. I heard him wrong. Mm-hmm. And I'm the one that heard him right. And he sent all 3 of those guys away. Really? And I knew the caliber of those guys, man. Like some of those guys were like really up there. And I was like, man, you know what? When you're tired, when you're exhausted, you still got to be able to listen, take instructions, and move
focus
in a very adequate way. Yeah.
Wow.
So
especially in NFL, because literally one wrong play can end your career.
Yeah. We've seen it over the years, man. It's been really crazy.
It's a professional sport.
Yeah. I've been having fun, man. You got the elbow in there. Man.
Listen, you got to get it going. So it's a super quick dough to make, y'all. It's butter, sugar, vanilla, like simple stuff, y'all. This stuff is not hard to make. But we're gonna put something together. No, I love that, and I love the motivational speaking.
Yeah.
What? Because I'm a little interested in that myself.
Yeah.
One of these days. How did you get into that? How did you go from training, working, doing all things to motivational speaking?
So I was working in retail for a long time,
Okay.
about 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in retail. I'm going through the motions, man. It was getting tough. You know, we went through COVID, and everybody just came into retail centers and treated us like we were the worst people in the world.
Ever.
And I had 16-year-olds on my cash registers, and grown men would come and make them cry.
Wow.
And I was like, man, this is ridiculous. And so, you know, I started looking at myself. I was like, man, let me get back in college. Let me get my education. I started working on me. And once I started developing myself and realized how much I could do, I was like, man, I want this for other people.
Right.
I want this for other people. And I thought, you know, I don't have courses. I don't have classes. So the best way I can transfer that information is on a stage, you know? And I was like, you know what? I want to be a motivational speaker. And
Nice.
it was kind of daunting because I couldn't find a stage to get on.
Oh, really?
I felt like I had the greatest message.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, man, I'm going to go change some lives.
Right.
And then I couldn't find a stage to get on.
Uh-uh.
So I started creating my own stage.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do
And
that.
so I just took some of the money I had, went to a hotel. I was like, let me get this hotel room. Let me make a flyer. Let me send it out to everybody I know. And man, the first people that showed up to my conference was my mom, my wife, and my 2 daughters.
Really?
That's all I had.
Hey.
That's all I had. And I went hard.
Yeah.
Like the place was full.
Right.
Like the place was
I
full.
love that.
And so, you know, my biggest thing about motivational speaking is that, and I'm a little bit different from people who look at motivation. I motivate for movement. So I motivate for activity. So you talk about locomotive and you talk about automotive. I'm looking for the generation, right? I'm looking for the power behind the activity. Not just giving you inspiration and then, you know, you got all these wonderful ideas but never act on them.
Yeah.
Right.
I want you to put something in place,
Okay.
actions in place so you can move. And so when you come to any of my events, I'm over here like, man, it's time to go. It's time to move. And the people that I work with, other speakers that I get with, man, they're in the same, you know, mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah. So excited about that. Motivation to movement. And so helping people unload attributes and abilities. But when you identify what you have, then use them.
Yeah.
Everybody has something great to offer.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
You may not think it's great, but somebody will think it's great.
Yeah.
Somebody out there needs what you have, whatever that is, whatever you have that you're born with, whatever you're great at. Somebody else is not great at that.
Yeah.
And they want to learn, they want to know, they want to make it happen. Do you think that's
Yeah. I completely agree. I wrote a book. It's called The RIP Method.
Okay.
And I put a framework in there, and it's called PIE, P-I-I. And it's not personally identifiable information. It's your perspective, your insight, and your imagination.
Okay.
Nobody can access your perspective, your insight,
Right.
and your imagination unless you give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so why do you think people do so many networking events?
Trying to meet people.
They're trying to get around people with new information
And
to give them new perspective,
new
to have
ideas, new
right?
creativity.
And so even in here, you know, when we start talking about different things, even before the show, like there was a lot of stuff going on, and we was like, oh yeah, this and that, and we connected on so many different planes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what your perspective, your pie, I call it your piece of the pie.
Okay.
Perspective, insight, and imagination is kind of works in here, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Your pie.
And so I tell people, give your piece of the pie to the world.
Mhm.
And when we put all of our pie pieces together, we get a full piece of the pie.
We're gonna make something happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
You know, I think it's so easy, like, or I don't know. People always get in their head about,
Yeah.
oh, I don't have anything to offer. I don't, you know, nobody wants to hear me. Da da da. But I think that's part of like a victim mentality too.
Yes. So I see that all the time.
Yeah.
You find people, but you know, most cases is that those are communications that were derived from somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody told them
Right.
Believe.
those things,
Right.
and then they believed
And
it.
you're taking them, like you said earlier, like
Yeah.
from your childhood, you took that stuff on
Yeah.
and you believed it, and that just kind of stuck with you. But you got to deal with that. You got to process that
Mhm.
and get it out of the way.
And new information helps.
New information and new people, new circles.
Yeah.
Like these people you meet today didn't know you when you were 10.
Yeah.
That's right.
They don't know
They didn't even know you when you were
right now.
20, probably. So whatever you present right now today
Mhm.
is all they know. That's all they're coming up with. So create what you want them to see.
That's right.
You can literally create your own life. Like, and I've been listening to a lot lately, and Pastor Mike Todd did a sermon on it last Sunday that I listened to that was incredible. He's like, you have to be optimistic. And he's like, that's an order. It's not an option, it's an order.
Yeah.
So he's like, you have to have faith and see basically like who you are, what you're doing, or it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It becomes your life. What you think about, what you focus on becomes your life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what that reminds me of? That poem, Our Deepest Fears, not that we're inadequate, our deepest fears that we're powerful beyond measure. That is one of my favorite poems because I think it's a reminder to like, even though you may think that what you're doing is small, it's not. Like you're literally, when you exert your power and your light, then you're literally giving other people to do the same. So I think that's awesome.
And there's people that came from your same situation or your same background or your same area. If they see you doing something, like, oh my God, if
she can do it,
Jaida can do that.
I've said that so
why can I not do that?
And I internalized that same mentality. I was like, if I can do it, so can you do it. And that's where my brand came from.
Yeah, no, I love that.
I listened to Earl Nightingale. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Man, I love Earl Nightingale. And he was really strategic with his words. And one communication, he talked about the ego.
Okay.
And a lot of people take negative connotation about the ego. But what he said, he was like, it's simply the picture that you have of yourself in your head. And so a lot of times,
nobody else sees that.
Nobody sees it.
Nobody else knows that.
But that's the picture that you can actually produce, right? That's what you can create and bring into fruition.
Right.
And so I loved how he communicated that because so many times they're like, man, you got a big ego. Man, have a big ego. Have a big ego.
Absolutely.
If it's going to be productive, if it's going to help and empower people around you, why not, man?
Right.
You know, it just got to be healthy.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's some people I know that have an ego that you're like, all right, I'm down. Bringing it down a notch. But it's a great thing too, because you have to, if you don't think highly of yourself, if you don't think you're worth anything, if you don't think you're valuable or that you bring value, nobody else is going to.
No.
You have to, and I tell everybody, like, I get into some wild things. Like, I get into some wild situations and some things that people are like, how in the world did you do whatever that is? I'm like, you just have to walk in, I don't know. You have to walk into places and you have to act like
you're supposed to be there.
Like you're supposed to be there, even if you're maybe not sometimes. You have to just walk in and just present yourself like, I've been here.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I belong here. This is where I've been coming. And people will go along with that.
Yeah. It's creating your own opportunity. Any place you go has an environment. And every environment has conditions. If you understand the conditions and you meet those conditions, you can produce in that environment. And I think that's what you do. You know, you go into the space, you're not really familiar with it, but you're like, man, what are the conditions?
Right.
Confidence. I see confidence in here. Well, let me be confident. Let me take on my confidence. And I walk in confidence, and then it started yielding for me. And you're like, man, I can do this other places. And so instead of just isolating it into this one situation, now you take that same capability into other areas, and you find out that it's something that is universal. I can use
duplicatable. You can do it anywhere.
And they'll see it inside of you. Like they'll literally, like you'll be walking and they'll just stop you. And say something. You're like, what?
It's almost kind of like a high. Like every time I go somewhere, I'm like, what can I do that nobody else is going to be doing where I'm at today? That really is my thought process. Like when I go to a concert, I'm like, okay, how can I get backstage? How can I talk to this person? How can I, get whatever? Like that's what I do.
Actually, Shane last week, he was like, I'm trying to get on the DJ booth with Nicki Minaj. I was like, I like Shane.
I know what Shane is. Shane is a problem solver. Like he's like, what cannot happen, and how can I make what cannot happen?
How can I make it happen? Like that's it. And 9 times out of 10, you just have to talk to people. At the concert,
that's huge.
Here, I went to the same concert Friday and Monday, different cities. I made friends with the lady who's in charge of the whole VIP area for the tour, right?
Love that.
I'm like, listen, I'm gonna see you Monday. Sure enough, Monday I see her, we're hugging, we're talking, whatever. She works full time at the Forum in LA. And she's like, oh my God, next time you're in LA, let me know. I'm in charge of the guest list, all that. I'm like, I will be back tomorrow. But you just have to talk to people. And I'm telling you right now, her and I are completely different belief system. I know that for a fact, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We're both people. We're both having a good time. She's cool. I'm cool. We can hang out. We can be friends. We can do things. It's not a big deal. Like, you don't have to be the exact same thought process, the exact same belief system as everybody you hang around with. That's so boring, I think.
Everybody's just doing hello.
It is so boring. Like, hang out with people that don't do the same things as you, that don't think things the same as you.
In my book, I tell people this all the time. Your uniqueness is the volume of your value. Everything that's unique about you screams. So what happens is that I'm so different. When I come into a room, it screams to everyone else, hey, you're different.
Yeah.
But they've been able to identify that for a long time. We're not always perceptive of the things that we actually possess. And
That's
so,
very true.
you know, somebody would call it weird, or somebody call it different, or somebody call you peculiar, and all these different words. And those are the same things that make you stand out.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah. And so, you know, some people will poke at you with it, and it'll put you in a, you know, you'll go into a shell. But others, you know, once you identify that it's actually productive and you utilize that, it's also the same thing that can cause you to propel.
Right.
You know, so,
because nobody wants to, like, you think about the people that stand out in the world. They're not cookie cutter.
They're not
A and B, black and white people. Like, it's the bizarre, the people that step out and do crazy things.
Yeah.
That's the people that people are talking about and making,
just
following
like
around everyone. Just like this cookie. It's bizarre.
Bizarre.
I just crumbled everything up that I have in here. So
we do have Roslyn on. She's in the chat box. She's doing takeaways. I love it.
That's my mom.
Oh, hey, Roslyn.
Listen, it's a family affair over here.
So that's the woman who did the personal and professional development training course that I went through that changed my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm talking about that's where that 60 days created what you see today.
Your mom put that on.
She developed that program.
Okay, so
Mom,
now
I need a class.
Yeah, and I want to come. I like
Can
that.
we do a repeat, please?
She'll be at the events. We work together on our events, speaking events. So she'll be up speaking. She'll be talking about personal and professional development.
Okay.
She's a transformational life coach. Like, listen, I can go talk about me, but man, it's always nice to propel others,
100%.
especially individuals who've been a real beacon to how you've grown. You know?
I agree.
So
I agree.
Hello, Mom.
What's
Okay,
up?
Roslyn,
Thanks
we
for
gotta
being
meet now.
here. Yeah, for real.
Talk to them now.
When do you come to bake with
Right.
us?
You let us know you're here.
We're gonna do it up. Okay, so listen, I'm just gonna do a few of these. We're gonna put these together because I want it to be a little larger.
I like that.
Yeah, a little larger. You know, just to.
You know what we could add to these?
I didn't eat all day for this.
Oh, you didn't eat all day.
White chocolate
For this.
Oh man, that's a pressure now. The pressure, y'all.
chips.
Stressed out now.
Hold on, don't stress. You are a pastry chef like none other.
Like none other. That is true. Okay,
Yeah,
I can
we
get
add
y'all
white
some
chocolate
cookies.
chips next time, Shane.
White chocolate chips.
Yeah, and macadamia.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
do love the
Oh,
macadamia.
it'd be like a mixed cookie. I love mixing things together that shouldn't really be together, but they go great together.
Yeah.
Pecans, all that good
Oh,
stuff.
okay, that sounds really good. I'm gonna try that.
Okay, so there's
Just let me know.
2 of them with the graham cracker on
Let me
the
wash my hands
bottom,
really quick.
and then the rest of these are the ones with everything mixed in them.
That just actually.
Y'all can eat both, eat whatever you want. And y'all are taking these home because they're not staying here. So I did the graham cracker on bottom. I thought it'd be
That's
cool
nice.
because it's like a s'more sandwich, right?
Mm.
And the melted chocolate in the middle
Oh my
with
goodness.
the marshmallows.
I want to grab the other one because it's only 2.
You better get it quick. No,
Yeah.
we're gonna bake some more. We're gonna bake some more.
Ooh, look how that breaks.
And the graham cracker is like a crust.
And we had a discussion. He likes crust,
Mm.
y'all. He likes. So if you're eating some peach cobbler with him, don't take the crust.
We need to make this into a contest. Like we need to go. This is award winning.
These are
I'm telling you,
contest
this is
worthy.
Yeah.
I just was thinking of something different because I didn't want to just do like regular chocolate chip cookies with already
Cookie is
done
really good
those.
too. It's like a sugar cookie.
Mhm.
Well, I appreciate the audible. This works.
Yeah, I'm glad. No, I'm super excited you came.
Oh,
What else? What else can I ask you? Oh, when is your next event?
yeah.
My next event is May 18th. This is this weekend.
Oh, no way!
I know.
Oh my gosh, I wanted to come.
I know. I looked at your feed, man, and I was like, how is it that me and Shane both have an event on the same day? So, you know, I tell people all the time, there's a lot of events going on
In Dallas,
Texas.
every day, all day, somewhere. And don't let it be a Saturday. Like
A Saturday or Tuesday.
or a Tuesday.
Yeah,
Tuesday,
tell me about that.
it's a lot of things happening on Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
maybe
then
I should penetrate Tuesday.
Every time.
if you want to know my opinion, Thursday.
Thursday's a good day.
Thursday is a day that there's really like nothing going on that I know of. I don't know everything, but it seems like consistently Thursdays are very slow. I think.
Well, Thursday used to be movie day for families, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Like at the movie theater?
You know, just home movies. I think remember there was like a list of like what Mondays were in our homes, and then Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday. It was either Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
I can say Thursday is movie night. Like,
I think Thursday when I was younger, we always went to the Pizza Hut for the pizza buffet.
Ooh, amen.
I'm pretty sure that's what our
Bring
Thursday
that
was
back.
growing up.
Actually,
I don't even think you can go inside Pizza Hut anymore.
you can.
Can
You might
you?
have been there.
I haven't seen a buffet in a long time.
Not a buffet, but
Oh, they don't do the buffet anymore.
No.
Ooh, man, it was good. And I was a chunky little guy, and I cleared them out, yo. They hated seeing me coming and pushing Oklahoma. They're like, all right, lock the doors, everybody. Oh my gosh. All right, well, I'm finishing this up. Isaiah, any last thoughts, ideas? Oh my gosh, y'all. I feel so bad. Well, I don't know if I feel bad because I don't know if it's my fault or not.
Are you gonna tell them about technology?
We logged into Isaiah's Facebook page to go live on his page too, and they shut him down.
They shut me down.
Like
this, I'm not cut at all. They literally disabled my whole account.
Access denied.
Literally, he's like over here taking whole videos of his head.
Doing TSA security.
I'm like,
yeah, it's tough. And with the event right around the corner too, so
I feel bad.
So I appreciate you having me here, Shane. Even though we have events on the same day, if they're not at your event, they need to be at my event.
Y'all got no excuse to sit at home on Saturday the 18th.
Where's your event located?
It's going to be at the Hilton Garden Inn, right off of North Central Expressway. 10350 North Central Expressway, right there in Dallas. We host quite a few different events, 3 types. One is networking events, the second is leadership events, and the third is speaker events. So if you want to be a speaker and you're trying to kick off your speaker career, we have the resources for you, and we want you to succeed. And we do things that no one else does. And I'm not going to tell you about it until you decide that you want to jump on.
Okay, so now I have to.
We don't even get a clue.
I give you some insight. So we get newer speakers and seasoned speakers to get on stage. We get video footage of them, get that video footage to them so they can have video footage for their social media platforms, for their speaker reels and things of that magnitude. We also take action shots, headshots. We also do interviews and testimonials for them. And though that we give that to them for free.
No way.
We give it to them for free. And so, you know, obviously this is a new program, but we've had it in the pipeline for about 2 years.
Okay.
And so we've gotten some crazy head traction. We got some great speakers. And on June 15th, actually, it's going to be our speaking event. It's going to be Empowerment Summit, and we're inviting everyone to come in. Like everyone come in, support these speakers, be a part of their transition into greatness. Right?
Wow.
They're going to come bring their passions and put it before the world. They're going to put
which is intimidating.
It is. It really is. But good people like you all.
Okay, I really like
Those
how
are my favorite ones.
you remind me so much of a coach, and I know it's because you come from an athletic background, but the way you run everything, I was like, this is somebody who's been a coach before. They've been in some type of athletic position. I could hear it in the language. I was like, I like it. I like that.
I love it.
That's like my language right there. Like, okay, yeah, we got headshots for you. go review your film. It's in the
Exactly.
It brings it back.
Exactly. And we're not trying to hold on to any of it. We want them to have it. But we do have one. Oh man, yeah.
This is it.
That's it right there. The Dragonberry Blast unloaded drink.
That sounds really good.
It's delicious.
Do we need to try it? Should we try it?
You should try it. I mean, don't take too much. It's delicious. It's like juice.
Well, that is really good.
It's like juice. It really
I mean,
is.
I could drink the whole thing right now. And it's not super carbonated.
No.
Which is nice. I mean, I like carbonated water, but
I went through 5 to 8 different flavors and tests to make sure we got a flavor that was like a juice flavor. Nothing over carbonated, nothing too undercarbonated, but it's more like a juice. And
yeah, so, it really is.
You can drink this thing up so quick.
Yeah, I could literally chug that. I'm telling myself to not drink it because I could chug it and I will be up all night long.
No, so it's not a thick juice like that. It's more like one of those thin juices. Maybe if you think about Minute Maid, you know, those thin juices like that. So it's pretty cool. It's refreshing. Yeah. It's enjoyable. It has this great design that I created myself. Okay. So you know.
Where can you find
it? Yeah, I was going to ask. Where can you buy it?
So you can actually go to my webpage, unloaded.live. Okay. There's a link in there.
I'll share that on the live too.
You can get my drinks.
Books, plural books?
Yeah, books. I got. Okay. I'm a published author. I have 4 titles. Unloaded, obviously. That's my first book. 28 Power Keys to Success, The Rip Method, and then the 777 Rule, which is a marketing book for dummies, maybe.
Okay, I need that. I'm a dummy sometimes.
I made it for myself, and I'm not so savvy around the marketing aspect. Even though I got an MBA, I didn't pay much. I didn't focus on that. I focused on the leadership aspect.
So much, and it changes all the time. I feel like every single day is different.
Yeah. So getting around great people.
Yeah, that's it. That's why you gotta have people on your team, people in your circle, and go to events like this and just connect with people. You never know who you're gonna meet. Yeah. Like, who would know I'd be hanging with this guy? Yeah, come on, man.
We've been working to make it happen for a while.
We really have been attempting to get together.
I think we did good because we finally made it happen.
It's here. And
you said there was food here, so
hey,
that's what I said with Stevie yesterday. All you gotta do is listen. I'm telling y'all, all you have to do is speak. They're gonna come.
First thing I said, brownies. He's like, no, we've done it too many times.
I know. Listen, I gotta stop asking people what they want because I'm finding people like the same things.
Yeah.
Now that's something.
People like the same things. That's very interesting.
And that's marketing strategy for listening.
It is. People want the same things.
Because somebody's in the product already doesn't mean you don't go there.
Well, and you think it's lame. You think it's lame to say the same things, do the same things all the time. I think it's lame. I get bored. But I mean, people want the same stuff. They are very predictable.
Imagine brownies was right here. It'd be packed house.
Yeah, right.
Packed house with brownies.
And brownies are my favorite too. So it's like, I don't know why everybody likes the same stuff.
They be charging you, man. Like they be coming, beating your door down. Where are the brownies?
Don't come knocking on my door.
I will not answer. Shane won't answer. Actually, he will literally.
But first of all, you can't even get to my door. So
that's right. That's true.
We'll lock down. Oh my gosh, no! But thank you so much. I think we're probably over our time, past our time, whatever the time is. I don't know.
Well, I appreciate you having me.
Thank you so much, Isaiah.
Thank you.
Y'all make sure y'all go to the event this weekend. Isaiah's event.
The Big Impact Leadership and Networking Conference. If you're not with Shane, you should be with me.
Right.
If you're not with me, you should be with Shane.
One or the other.
We need to be making these exchanges of value. You can go to Eventbrite. BILNC.eventbrite.com and get your tickets today.
Yes. I'm going to post a link to your website too so that people can y'all, if you drink energy drinks, I'm telling you, this is so good. Get your energy drinks, get your books, keep up with his events. He's incredible. You want to hang out with him. And thanks for tuning in. And we will see y'all next week.